Okay, so we're trying to figure out a hierarchy. If it bugs you, these icons on the nodes in the hypergraph don't update until you tell it to. So you can go to graph, rebuild graph, and then you can actually see the locator symbol on that locator. So we need to decide where to put this ball IK handle. Okay, that's what the main concern is right now. So the ball IK should probably go, let's see, what happens if we put it on the toe? Okay, so if we grab the toe and rotate the toe, then we kind of get this functionality. So that's actually better. I guess I don't need to see that close. Okay. Then what happens if we put, undo that rotation. What happens if we put the toe locator underneath the ball locator? So if we rotate the ball locator, then we're controlling the leg and everything. Okay, so maybe we don't want to do that. But what if we put this toe underneath this ball locator? So now I can have the character, like, this would be useful if the swan was about to lay down on the ground, right? It was lowering itself down. It could kind of, it seems like that might be useful. Okay. Now about this ankle. So what if we parent both of these ball locators to the ankle? Now we can move the entire foot from the ankle. That could be useful. And we could manipulate it like this. That could also be handy. And then we've got this ball locator. So I'm just working my way through this. Okay, so that's a really important one. It seems to be set up correctly for at least the appropriate IK handles are parented to it for a rolling of the foot. Okay, so I'm not sure this locator needs to be on there though. So let's grab these IK handles and parent them to the ball instead. And then maybe grab this, maybe we just need the ball under the toe. Let's see what happens there. Actually, it seems like that could be useful. Okay. Then we can move the foot here. So we can move the toes up and down. Okay, so I think that's probably pretty good. Now we would have to use set-driven keys in order to make this really useful, right? Because our animators don't want to have to come in here and grab these locators. And we want to create a roll of the foot with a single attribute. So, but there's one last thing, since we're running short on time. It would also be nice for the foot to be able to lean in and out. So I'm going to create two more locators. Duplicate that one. And this is going to be foot outside underscore L underscore loc. This will be foot inside. And I like to add these all the time, but especially when I'm making tutorials, because they really seem to help solidify the concept. Okay, so I need to move these to the appropriate place, and the appropriate place on a bird's foot, I'm just making it, it's almost a shot in the dark, but it's going to be the outside toe joints. So if this is the inside one, it's going to be to this joint here. So hold down B, snap it there. This one, hold down B and snap it here. Okay. Now it doesn't matter which one goes to which. I'll parent the outside to the inside. Then I'm going to grab this entire hierarchy here and parent it to the foot outside loc. And now this should be all we need to do our entire foot setup. You may decide it needs to be rearranged. Okay, so what this does, let me turn back on our geometry. Now I can tip the foot. If it's walking on a slant of some sort, it's really easy to animate it now, because I can just tip the foot sideways and slant it. And both of these wouldn't be used at the same time, or I could tip it the other way. Okay, so if it was like a big rock under its foot or something, then it'd be easy for the animator to work around that big rock. Or if it was walking, along the slant of a slope, then it would be easy for the animator to deal with that sort of thing. Okay, so I'm going to create just one of many attributes that would control all these locators for now, just so you guys can get started over the weekend if you feel like it. So I'm going to select this leg IK anim and go to Edit, Add Attribute. I'm going to call this Lean, and it's going to be a float value. I'll do a minimum of -10, maximum of 10, and default of 0. I'll click OK, and I'm going to select these inside and outside joint or locators. Go to Animate, Set Driven Keys, Set. There they are. And then just grab my driver with my Lean attribute on it. And let me select these, and it looks like the Rotate Z is what I want to use to control them. So I'm going to grab both of these, my Lean attribute and my Rotate Z, and hit Key. Okay, I'm going to select my Lean attribute, put to -10. I like negatives to go to the inside of the body. And so I'll grab the inside locator and rotate this as far as I think it should ever go, plus some, because you never know what animator is going to want to do. So it looks like 50 degrees is good. And then I'll grab both of these and key them. Okay, I'll grab my Lean to a positive direction, +10. This time I wanted to rotate it to the outside on Z. As far as the animator should ever go, plus some, so -50. Grab both of these and key. Okay, so now that part of the reverse foot is set up. It's completed. So what this looks like in use is it's easy for the animator to control now